Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to learn a very special transition. I'm not going to talk much about it right now, but rather I would show you what this transition is, and trust me, it is going to blow your mind. So this is my slide 1 and this is slide 2. And would you be surprised if I tell you there was no animation involved in this? There is no special tool. These are just two slides and one transition. Let me show you a few more examples. Let's look at this slide and then the next one. Do you see how these Tetra packs are gliding onto this slide? Now let's look at this one. Very interesting. Very simple slide where we're talking about Humayun's tomb. And look at this. And again, there is no animation involved. It's only a transition. How amazing is that, right? Now, let me show you what this transition is and how to work around it. So, this transition is called morph. It's actually a new transition. It was introduced in 2016, but people started using it more after 2019. And now with Office 365, it's actually one of the most used and most amazing transitions ever. So let me show you how it works. So there are two slides here. Slide 1 has these two shapes, a yellow shape and a gray shape, and just this text. The second slide, I have the same color. The box's orientation is different. I brought the yellow box here and gray here. And I've added a few more elements over here, like these boxes, this text, and the transition text over here. Now all I'm going to do is click on morph. It's almost like an AI driven transition because it automatically transitions one slide into the second one in a seamless and effortless manner. Now, let's start from the beginning how to do this. So, this is one slide that I have designed, very basic, simple slide, a background with four circles and four topics. So, let's say we have to elaborate each topic one by one. So, the first rule of morph is always duplicate the slide. So, I'm going to do Control C, Control V, right? Duplicating the slide. Don't create a new slide, it won't work otherwise. Now, I need to change the picture because I don't think this picture works. So, I'm going to change the image. Okay, so let's assume that I'm going to take this image. This is my image. I'm going to get rid of these three topics because I'm going to elaborate topic one. Now I'm taking the same shape and just making it bigger like this. And let's assume that this topic has some sub points, like 4 to 5 sub points. And we are going to elaborate those sub points over here. So I'm just creating 4, 5 pointers over here that we can use later on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? You can change the color if you may like. I'm going to give it a blue color with a white outline. Perfect. Now, I'm not going to do anything. I'm only going to go to transition and click on morph. And you will see how the transition happen. So basically, you need to have common elements in order to use this transition. It could be shapes, it could be text, it could be alphabets. In this case, it was shape. When you actually go to effect options, you will see three elements over here: objects, words, and characters, right? Which means you should have either of these three things, which is common. So if you have common words, it will pick up that as well. So let's assume that you have two slides. This is my slide 1 and this is my slide 2. I am going to put some text over here saying, "Hey, how are you doing?" I'm going to increase the size of this text, keep it over here with a line. Very simple and very basic. And then I'm going to make another slide, a copy of the slide, duplicating the same slide. And in this case, I'll say, "Hey, I am doing very well. How about you?" All right. So very simple answer. And I'm going to put it over here. And again, the line goes here. Now I am going to click on this transition called morph. Okay. And I'm going to go to effect option and choose words. So did you see what happened? It picked up common words. In case you don't have common words, you can also take characters. In case of characters, it basically just jumbles up characters. So you can either choose words or characters. Now let me show you a couple of more examples. Now it this transition actually can be used in thousands of ways. I'm going to show you a few, but you need to experiment it yourself and see what else can you do with it because there's no limit when it comes to this transition. If you look at this, I have two slides. On slide one, so basically this is how I wanted my second slide to be, but I wanted these four packs to come gliding instead of just appearing. So I created a slide where I have all these four boxes outside the slide. And on the next one, the boxes are on the slide. There's no animation, nothing else. I'm only going to click on morph. And you will see that these four things will come gliding. Let me show it to you on full screen. This is my slide one, and this is slide two. How interesting is that, right? And how simple. Now let's see another usage of it. A lot of times we like to create collages, but creating a collage coming together is a problem. So you can actually use this particular tool, this particular transition over here. So I am going to create two slide like we always do. On slide one, I'm going to keep these images outside the slide so that they all come together in an animated manner. This is my slide one and this is my slide two. Now all I have to do is click on transition, then morph. So you see all of them coming together. You can also control the duration of this transition. If you feel that you want more time for this transition, you can actually, like right now, the duration says 2. You can, let's say, make it 5. In that case, it will take 5 seconds for all the picture to come into the slide. So this is my slide 1 and this is my slide 2. So it can be used like this. So as I said, morph can be used in so many ways. I'll show you another example. Now I have created these four slides. Slide 1 has these four images, very basic, simple images. Slide 2 has one picture bigger, two smaller. Then the second one gets bigger, and then the third one. Now, without any transition, this is how these slides look like. Slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, and slide 4. But the moment we add this amazing transition, morph, you will see how this happens. So it actually looks like a gallery. So this is my slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, and slide 4. Almost like a gallery, right? So that's how amazing this transition. It makes your presentation look dynamic, it makes your presentation look interactive. And honestly, if you use it in right way, it can completely transform the way your presentation looks and the way you're presenting. Now let's take another example. So this is my slide 1 and this is my slide 2, this is my slide 3. I'm going to recreate this for you. So let's just take this slide over here. This is my slide 1. Okay. So on slide 1, I have this PNG over here. I have text, basic text, and three pictures outside the slide. Now I'm going to make a duplicate of the slide. I want this to become smaller. And I want these three pictures to come inside the slide like this. Okay. Let's make it slightly bigger maybe. Yeah. And now I'm going to just go over here and click on morph. And look at this. I mean, I really didn't have to do much, right? It's just about thinking through the process or just, spending some time thinking about how you want the slides to be seen. Look at this. Now, for the next slide, let's say that you want to add one more picture. I'm taking this picture that you want to add. I'm going to put that picture here outside the slide. Control C, Control V always. I'm going to delete this and bring these two up, like I'm going to shift them upwards so that we have space for the third one. Shift them upwards and this one comes here. And now morph and look at this. How amazing is that? And how simple. I mean, besides being amazing, I think the simplicity of this transition, but the kind of impact and wow effect that it creates is just out of the world. Now I'm going to show you 5 slides which actually were designed keeping in mind this transition. And there's not much. There are not many colors, there are no visuals, maybe one or two animations, but rest it's all transitions. And this will show you the power of this transition called morph. And I will also explain you how you can work out something like this. So this is my slide 1, very, very simple. Let me show you first 5 slides without morph and then with morph. Slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, and slide 5. Very simple and very basic, right? Yeah, they don't look attractive at all. But they look neat, but they don't look attractive. But let's just quickly add this transition called morph and then we will see the magic. Now this is my slide 1 This is slide 2. This is slide 3. Slide 4. And then slide 5. How amazing and seamless these 5 slides are, right? And this was actually very, very simple to create. So I just want to focus on few basic things and few things that you can actually use on everyday basis. So if you see this small box over here, there was no use of it. I created it because I knew on the next slide I would expand that. So if this is my slide, for example, control C, control V, on the next slide you can make this shape bigger, because you know when you use morph, it's going to it's going to expand this shape, right? Now let's look at this one. On this slide, I deliberately added this circle, right? Because I knew that the next slide is going to be circle. So let's delete everything over here, and we are going to insert a same shape, basically circular shape over here. Give it whatever color that you may like, and transitions and morph. So it has picked up the same shape, right? It's just expanded it. Now let's look at this one. In this slide and the next one, since there were no shapes which were common, I clicked over here and chose the character part, because I knew even the words weren't same, but characters were. And it was so easy. I just had to click. Now from this one and this one, I can easily see and clearly see that present word is there in both. So I can just go over here and choose the option of word. And that's about it. So this is how you can create slides using morph. it will create it will create a seamless experience for your audience. The transition of slide would never be same. So I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please do like my channel, subscribe, and also share it with your friends or colleagues who work on PowerPoint. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'll see you soon.